Today was after the scrimmage on Saturday. Today was every Tuesday, you guys know, is a strain day. So they already know that by now. And just kind of had some tired body language today. Really strained. Didn't run any pressures today. Just made them play base defense. And a lot of 22 personnel, a lot of Stanford looks, power football today. So I got a lot of good work. Got a long way to go. Obviously I'm real pleased with the offensive line. I think we're getting better and better there. We got to continue to get better executing, being able to pick up pressures and stuff like that. But I'm really confident that group has gotten a lot better. Obviously we ought to be a lot better offensively from where we're at. And we're limiting DJ to not very much, but he looks good there. I think Middlebrooks is a guy that can be steady. I want DeAndre Lewis to step up. I mean, he shows signs, and that's what I tell him. I said, you can't quit showing signs. We got to get you up there consistent. So he needs to have a better last 5 practices. I mean, he's done good. He's shined at times, but it's not been consistent where it needs to be. So that's something we're looking at. DeMore practiced today, so he's fine. He got a little twisted knee deal. I thought Grant Martinez did a really good job in the scrimmage and going to be a great player. He's got to get bigger. Obviously, he can't play at the weight he's at right now. He's got to get stronger. That's why it's great we got an off season to go. Thought the quarterback-wise, neither quarterback really I thought played very good. Didn't handle the pressure very good in the scrimmage to the level that we're used to, that we're accustomed to. We basically scored one time on offense on Saturday, which no one, and we played, 55 snaps, so that's at least a half of a game. So that would be one of our worst outings that we had all last year. And when I went back and looked at the film, we are out of shape and fat and out of shape on the defensive line. We got to get in shape so that we can execute what we're doing. We're just too heavy. And I guess I shouldn't have used the term fat. That's probably not a positive thing, or they're too heavy would be a better way to describe that. But explosive power, speed, and quickness is what we're after in defense. But that was the first time we got a chance to show our system and what we do. But by no means, I felt really good after the scrimmage about the defense, but then I look and went, wow, we've got to find a devil. Well, we're still searching for a devil. I think Ami's probably the lead right now with that. Again, we got guys that their legs are sore, their legs are tired, and all that stuff. We're only practicing 3 days a week, so got a lot of work to do there. I thought Lloyd really played solid. DJ Calhoun really, I thought, did a really good job. Salamo needs to step it up. I don't think he's playing at the level that he should be playing. He's playing about like he did last year, which ain't good enough, right? That's being a freshman. So I was trying to think of anybody else from the scrimmage that really stood out. Obviously, I thought we did pretty good at the job. I thought the punter, Hawk, did an unbelievable job. That's it. Questions?
What about Jordan Simone? What do you expect?
Jordan's a guy that stood. The safety stood out. Damaris Randall was the leader of the defense, great play. I love the passion, the energy that him and Simone create. Obviously, Marcus Ball's a guy that we think those 3 guys, we got to figure out how to get all 3 of them guys on the field at the same time. So I really like that. I do feel after spring, if you ask me how confident do I feel in different areas, I feel confident. We got to find one more cover guy that's got to step up. We got to step up at boundary corner and have somebody there. We're probably a guy shy right now in the secondary. We've got to get bigger, stronger, faster, and more explosive at linebacker. So, I think, obviously we've got some good spurs coming in. So, and then up front's the biggest weakness right now that I'm seeing because we're just too heavy and we're too slow to execute what we're trying to do. So, even though we won the scrimmage, we have still got a long way to go defensively and development.
So, getting those 3 guys on the field together, does that mean Marcus Ball could possibly move to Spur or something like that?
Yeah. In certain groupings, obviously he's not going to be a Sam linebacker, but we could play with 3 safeties against a 10-11 personnel would be an example of how we could get those guys on the field at the same time. But he's a guy that, I hate that he's not practicing all spring because he needs the practice, but he's a guy that I love his spirit, I love his character, I love his toughness. We just got to, I feel good. Safety, I feel really good about. Salamo should be solid there at that Sam linebacker position. We need somebody to push him. I think AJ is starting to get better. I think DJ is right now starting well linebacker. There's not anybody even pushing him right now. That's not a good sign. So the spur position right now is one that we've got to have a lot of improvement in. And then I think the devil right now, the devil position, that spur position, and a boundary corner position.
With DeAndre, he's been around for a while. Is it just practice habits?
It's just bringing it every day. You know, it's buying into the philosophy of how we do things. I mean, you can't come out here and practice whatever mood you're in for that day. You know, champions bring it every single day, and he's gotten better. But you know, he's going to graduate. That's what I tell you. You need to know this is it. You don't get another year after this year, and so we got to get it there every day. And if he came out here with a passion every day, you got to be unstoppable. You couldn't keep him off the field, and that's what I try to explain to him is that we are a disciplined system. You'll never be undisciplined and get a lot of playing time in a disciplined system. And I don't think there would be a system in the country that would describe itself any other way than discipline. So he has had a good spring, but I want him to pick it up.
What are the reasons for Matt Hawk picking it up in the spring?
I think just reps. I think if I made a mistake last year. I think if we would have left Matt in there and let him punt every snap, I think we'd be a lot better off than where we're at now. I think Coach Patterson came in, to be real honest with you, and he researched it and looked at it. And we sat down. He was a punter. He coaches the punter and the snapper. And he said, hey, 90% of your problem was the snaps and where they're located and the kicker not being able to kick on rhythm and time. Well, when we had Josh, you know, Josh was just so experienced that he could catch it wherever it's at and bring it back and stay in rhythm. So we've gotten him on rhythm. Even though we got to speed up that operational time, that's been a very big positive.
What about the return and coverage units with what Coach Patterson is doing?
Stood out big time on the return unit. I think our guys got after it well. You know, I was pleased with our kickoff cover. I was pleased when we went kickoff return. Our PBR, you know, is going to be made up of, you know, every star player we have on offense is going to be going and blocking kicks, so we're going to make a point to do that. So I think we've made great improvements in just how we're emphasizing the special teams part of it. We have good kickers. I mean, obviously our place kicker is one of the best in the country. I think Alex is not punting and he can focus on kickoffs. Early in the year last year, he's kicking them all out of the end zone. You know, 4 out of 5 out of the end zone. And he starts punting, and that took away from our kickoff coverage and being able to kick it out of the end zone. So Alex is as good a kickoff guy as you can get. I think Hawk is going to be a great punter for us. He's got potential to be a great punter. He's got to keep getting better. And then, you know, Shields is doing a good job competing with Wally and creating competition. That's what bothers me a little bit defensively right now. We need more competition. We should have more competition. We lose 9 starters. You should have a lot of competition. Competition gonna come. It's gonna come next fall. But these guys got an opportunity to show us in spring where they're at. Come next fall, I can guarantee we're taking a look at those guys that are coming in.